talking, doing stuff. Lots of fun stuff planned over the next couple of hours. I don't really know what I'm doing as the Mariners play at 5 o'clock tonight. There's plenty of stuff that I'm going to have to do between now and then. That's unfortunately not going to be great and easy, but we're going to see what the Mariners get me for. Mariners are, of course, in Toronto. Toronto, of course, only exists because there's the trapezoid. Toronto is in Canada. I'm currently downloading the TikTok Live Studio again because apparently I needed to do that. So that's fun. Apparently it's an update. That's half a gig, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, I got the 49ers game on the TV waiting for the Mariners game. Mariners game starts at 8:03 p.m. Eastern, which is, of course, only a valid time on the trapezoid. I'm tired of people saying that the Earth isn't a trapezoid because they don't know any better. But yeah, the Earth is a trapezoid, and we have to make sure that people understand that. And unfortunately, people don't. Make sure to like this video, comment on this video. Can we get 15 likes on this video before we get to the 10-minute mark? Can we get 1,300 hours of watch time today? I honestly think we actually could. I need 1,300 to reach the 3,000 and 2,300 to reach the 4,000, and I genuinely think we could. Between tonight and with the Mariners game, and honestly, I really should have been going live for every Mariners game this year. Unfortunately, I just didn't really do it, and yeah, that stinks because I should have, and unfortunately, I didn't. But tonight, I'm going to be live for the Mariners game. We're going to see how it goes. I'm going to try to put... Oh. Okay. Oh, because that's countdown to green. And I've just been asked if I'd like to go and play in a Pathfinder game. Unfortunately, it's on a day that I can't play. And I love Pathfinder and D&D, but unfortunately... what the fuck just happened? Ah! No, I want this one. What? All right. We're hitting here talking. Go live. Hello, Ian. Hello, Hespla. Hello, Russian name that I can't pronounce, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can only really pronounce English names, or really, Saxon names. English, Saxon, maybe some Germanic. Hello, Ghost. We're sitting here, we're thinking about the trapezoid. We love the trapezoid. We think the trapezoid is the greatest thing of all time. I got me live on YouTube, I got me live on TikTok, and later on I think I might go live on Twitch. Hello, Liam and William? Wait a minute, I think I know you. We're sitting here talking about the trapezoid. The trapezoid is the most important thing in the whole universe because it is what provides us with the truth, the way, and the light. The trapezoid created all of religion, created all of the gods. Hello, Vargas Leon. We are, of course, thinking about the CIA. Of course, the trapezoid wants you to know that the CIA created LeBron James. I am seriously looking at a firefighter in the chat on TikTok. That's pretty interesting that there's a fire department member over in the chat on TikTok, because when the fire department, I don't know if they've actually watched the video where I talked about why I had such problems with the fire department, where we know what happened with the fire department, and what happened with the fire department with everything was because I actually got the chair from a thrift store. It was a pretty good find. It only cost me $16, which was pretty nice. But yeah, $16 is pretty cheap for a rocking chair. Why is Richard Petty on my screen with Denny Hamlin? What just happened? Okay, all that's good. All of that is good. Hell of a Freudian slip. What? Liam, and what did I say? I don't know what I said. I don't always know what I said, unfortunately. Why did me calling for Julio Rodriguez to be arrested get 26,000 views? But yeah, ever since the fire department, ever since Lemony Snicket wrote about that schism with the fire department, parallelogram Earth. No, it's a trapezoid. It's a trapezoid. The Earth is a trapezoid. And, like, I don't understand why people don't believe in the trapezoid Earth. Like, we've proven it a million different times. We've proven it a million different times, a billion different times, really. Like, you ever just pick up a Bible and be like, yo, it says the Earth is a trapezoid right here. And you're like, yep, it does. Not only that, you got Lee Diffie and Steve Letarte up on Investigate 9/11. Yeah, I agree. We should investigate 9/11. We need to know exactly where everybody was on 9/11 because unfortunately there are far too many people who have gotten away with 9/11 for far too long. I thought it said it was flat. No, I don't think the Bible says the Earth is flat. I mean, I'm doing a series where I read the Bible on here. I'm considering maybe doing it live one day. That would be funny. Can I get a statement on whether or not this is a cult? The Trapezoid Earth Society states that we are not a cult, but Ferrari is. That is our statement. I don't think Josh Allen's going to lose tomorrow. Who's he playing? The Falcons, right? Yeah, Josh Allen's not losing tomorrow. Josh Allen is going to probably defeat the Falcons handily because the Falcons are just not a good football team. Flat Earthers masterminded 9/11, never forget. You know, honestly, that is something I could see them doing because they don't like airplanes, so they might be like, you know what? What if we did something like that? I could see them doing it, but I'm not 100% sure. Carlton, no, it definitely wasn't that. It definitely was not that, so yeah. It definitely wasn't that. Who in sports should be punished right now, in my opinion? Aaron Rodgers. He's Satan. Aaron Rodgers is literally Satan. I don't know if you saw the Steelers game today, but they was just handing out CTE. They was just straight out handing out CTE to the Steelers today, or to the Browns today. Like, it was just straight up. They gave everybody CTE. I don't think anybody left that game without CTE. And honestly, like, that was the manliest game of football I ever did see. So there's that. It was a real manly game of football. I don't know if you've ever seen a more manly game of football. Now, here's a question. If something's held for review, why can't I see that on my computer, but I can see it on my phone? I don't understand. Yeah, I do enjoy watching that. I literally watched the Mr. Olympia yesterday. Man, Nick Walker. I think he ended up being sixth, but man, Nick Walker, man, he just did not come in with the right physique, and unfortunately, with that, he didn't win. I'm gonna double check because I can tell you who. 2025 Olympia. Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr. has so much CTE. Mr. Olympia is Derek Lunsford. Keon Pearson won in the 212. In Classic, Ramon Rocha won. Ryan Terry won in men's. Miss Olympia is Andrea Shaw. Michelle Freud-Amencia won fitness. Figure was Ray Gale. Women's physique was Natalie Abraham Colel. Wellness was Eduardo Becerro. Bikini was Maureen Blancico. And pro wheelchair was James Berger. Which is pretty cool that they have the Derek Lunsford, born 1993, 5'6", American. Profession, he's a bodybuilder and a fitness coach. He's from the 2010 era. 205 to 215 pounds is his listed weight. First was him. Second was Hadi Chopin. Andrew Jacked, then Samson Dowda, then Martin Fitzwater. And then in sixth was Nick Walker, then Brandon Curry, Tony O'Burton, William Bognack, Vitale Ugalink. Yeah, Nick Walker finished sixth, and he had a physique that I thought was pretty good, but I'm going to be honest, the varicose veins, I think, actually hurt him. And Coach Greg had a pretty good video about it, too. Coach Greg's always got some pretty good. I'm absolutely not the next Mr. Olympia. I don't take that much gear. I don't take any gear, actually. But man, the Mr. Olympia is a pretty cool contest. And then I don't know if you guys know Sam Sulik. He said he's going pro at the Arnold Classic. Hey, Clover Lady, how you doing? Thanks for the likes. I'm sitting here. I'm live on YouTube, and I'm not gonna start taking a Trenbolone sandwich. That. Although, could you imagine? We have a strength and power club at school through the student association, and I'm wondering if they would ever like pay for that club to actually go ahead and get that. That would be funny. I want that to happen. I want that to happen, but I know it probably won't. I know it probably won't, but it would be funny if it did. But yeah. Yeah, we're getting ready to start this NASCAR race here at Las Vegas Motor Trapezoid. I don't know why I called it Las Vegas Motor Trapezoid. I have 205 likes over on TikTok. I have 4 likes over here on YouTube. Wait, you're a power lifter? No, I'm not a power lifter. Blue Jays have a chance at making the World Series. I don't know if I think this game. I think the series goes at least 6. I think this. Well, I think this. The only way it. So games 1 and 2 are in Toronto. 3, 4, and 5 are in Seattle, and then 6 and 7 are in Toronto again. And I think the only way it doesn't end in Seattle is if it goes 7. But I think it goes. I honestly don't. I don't know. And I think the Brewers are going to win out of the NL because they've had the Dodgers' number all season. The intention is never about as low as it can. Okay. All right, we have a green flag here in Las Vegas at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Looks like Kyle Busch from Chase Briscoe. Stage 1, 80 laps, 267 laps here today. Chase Briscoe takes the lead here at Las Vegas. Super fun for that. Thank you so much for all of the likes. I'm up to 781 over here on TikTok. I'm genuinely super excited to see what happens here tonight. Yeah, I don't want the Dodgers winning it all either. Like last year between the Dodgers and the Yankees, I'd rather have the Dodgers, but this year, no. Obviously, I want the Mariners to win, but I won't be upset if the Blue Jays win, and I won't be upset if the Brewers win. But if the Dodgers win, ugh, no, I'm not going to be happy about it. Yes, thank you for sharing the live. We're hanging out. We're thinking about the trapezoid. We're thinking about stuff. We're doing things. Yeah, I do not like the Dodgers. And it's Briscoe from Hamlin, Bell, Elliott, Byron, Reddick, Larson, Wallace, Logano, Bowman, Gibbs, Blaney, Busher, Priest, McDowell, Suarez, Hocevar, Allmendinger, Stenhouse, and Shane Van Gisbergen. Shane Van Gisbergen advanced to the round of 8 with a win at the Roval. And here we've got Vegas, Talladega, Martinsville, meaning that there's a really good chance that Shane, who hovered around 26th in the standings all season, ends up in the championship 4. Not really a fan of that, but it's just the format we have. We are potentially, Dale Jr. said on the Dale Jr. download last week or the week before that we might be going back to a full season 36 race format, which would be really sweet. I would be very happy with that. I would be very, very happy with that because honestly, New York's an extra 100% tariff on change rate? No, I don't want any more tariffs. No more tariffs. No more tariffs. All right, so tomorrow's game is at 5:03 p.m. for the Mariners. The trapezoid is displeased, but the trapezoid understands because obviously Dodgers Brewers is a bigger draw in America than Mariners Blue Jays. The trapezoid is displeased. The trapezoid is displeased. The trapezoid is displeased. We do not like that. We don't like that. We don't like that. I don't like the trapezoid. The trapezoid. The trapezoid loves you. It's a trapezoid. It's the shape of the earth, and you all have to know that it's the trapezoid. The trapezoid would like me to go to the Mariners banner raising ceremony. We got Hamlin chasing down Briscoe. He's about 4/10 of a second back, and the trapezoid is highly disappointed in Chase Briscoe. I don't know, 5,158 subscribers on YouTube. I'm not monetized yet over here because you need 4,000 hours of watch time, and what I've been learning is that, like, actually going live is what gets you those hours of watch time. And unfortunately, I didn't really learn that until recently. So I'm up to 1798. Obviously, I'm keeping an eye on this to see what it goes, because if it gets to like 1800, 19, well, I'm already at 1.2. So that should get me 1800 for 5 days from now, because obviously it goes up in 5 days. This is data as of the 7th, so 4 days. 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Yeah, 4 days, because it's the 5th day. Do you hear the people sing? Singing the song of angry trapezoids. It is the music of a people who will not be trapezoids again when the beating of the trapezoid. Only need 3,000 for super chats. Yeah, so I'm 1,202 hours away. Super chats is pretty cool. But I want to make money off the videos that I post and everything. Because, like, I post a daily video for sports predictions. It's like a minute long, so obviously I don't get a lot of watch time on that. Even if 100,000 people watch it, that's only 100,000 minutes of watch time, which is less than a year. There's 525,600 minutes in a year. So 4,000 is half of that. Buffalo and Indy. I can't believe Anthony Richardson injured his fucking eye today. He's got a broken orbital bone from a leg band workout thing. That doesn't make any sense. It genuinely doesn't make any sense. I genuinely don't get how he did it. I ended up watching the Steelers Browns game today because I did not want to watch Panthers Cowboys. And that was a mistake. Panthers Cowboys was actually really good. Like, really, really good. And I'm pleased to say that the Cowboys lost. And the Panthers are above 500 for the first time in 5 years? Excuse me. My upload speed is 5 megabytes per second. My memory usage is 5.1. That's pretty good for TikTok Studio. 69 to go, stage 1. I have a massive headache right now, and I don't know why. It's been a rough week for me. I had some pain, some really bad pain flare earlier this week, which was not fun for me. What ended up happening, I dyed my hair on Wednesday, and then on Thursday I went to school to go to club and everything, and we took care of a few things that we needed to take care of, and played some games and did all that stuff. And that was fun. And then I just started having really bad pain. And then as I'm going home, thank you, Pete, for the roses times 5. Somehow that's a penny. That's hilarious that roses are worth a penny. When you do 5 of them, that is genuinely hilarious. But thank you for those. But yeah, so what ended up happening was I'm like, all right, I'm going to go home. I get on the bus. I get to the subway station, and I'm like, okay, why is it late? Why isn't it here? Why are there so many people? And then I see a cop, and I'm like, okay, could be anything. And then I see the cop walk on the tracks with his flashlight, and I'm like, that means one of two things. One, somebody got hit by a train, but he was going where the trains don't go. Or 2, somebody got on the tracks and they're looking for him. And it was number 2. So I ended up having to go back upstairs, take the bus. You know, I have a premium site where you can go for that, John. It's only $6.99 a month. Um, you can head over there whenever you want. It's in the description actually in my link tree. Um, Pete is the number one gifter today. Proud of you, Pete. There's a guy on YouTube I follow. Do I follow him? I think I follow him. I either follow him or I'm pretty close to him. I see him sometimes, and it's Pete from Paid to Drive, and he talks about like gig apps, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Postmates, all of those. Although I guess on the whatchamacallit, the what's it called? The consumer side Postmates and Uber Eats are still different, but on the driver side they're the same because Uber bought Postmates, so now there's no Postmates for the driver side. So if you drive for Uber Eats, you drive for Postmates too, which is kind of cool. Uh, mm, this right here, Circle water bottle, it's delicious. So what it does is it's a flavor packet, and as the water goes through, the flavor gets put into the water, and it just tastes so good. And I really, really like it. It gets me to drink more water, which is really good, because I've always had problems drinking water. I've gotten a lot better as like I've gotten older and learned to drink more water and everything. But having it be flavored is amazing. I absolutely love when it's flavored. Because it makes me like actually like the water. I don't like the way that water tastes when it's not flavored. There's some water that's okay. There's some water that's okay, but not a lot. What am I doing? Oh, I was looking for analytics. 326 views in the last 45 minutes. So 28 days ago, I had 2,442 views. Yeah, and then 27 days ago, I had 8,595. So yeah, I got a plenty of stuff, and then like I had a lot of like low view days because I got really, really depressed after Grandpa died. The whole situation with Grandpa was wild. So Grandpa was on hospice for basically a year, and obviously the longer you're on hospice, the less time you have. Um, if that makes sense, please tell me the way I said that made sense, because I don't think it did. But like, if you're on hospice for a day, you might die tomorrow, but you're probably going to die in 6 months or less. But it took Grandpa a year, and he had bladder cancer. He also had pretty severe dementia. He had kidney stones, gallstones. He died. It was painful. It was horrible. The nurses for like the last 10 days of his life came every day from hospice, along with obviously his home health aides. And me and Mom were at Grandma's house a lot. Dad went sometimes, but obviously he had work. And I was doing Uber slash grad school at the same time. And then obviously after he died, a little bit of my content started coming up, and it was a little bit different. And that's just been a thing that's happened. Because like, in a sense, it was a relief knowing that he did die, and knowing that like he wasn't suffering anymore. But in a sense, it was also horrible thinking that, and I got really upset with myself. And I'm actually gonna have to talk about that in therapy this week, because it's like, hey, I don't know what I should do here, but yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I need a professional to help me with this. Excuse me. Average view duration is 35 seconds with 1.6 hours of watch time over on the YouTube Live. That's pretty cool. I have 4 viewers on TikTok and 3 on YouTube. That's 7. It's because I'm not really doing nonsense about trapezoid Earth or anything. If I started talking about how LeBron was created by the CIA, people probably start showing up, because LeBron was created by the CIA, and we don't talk about that enough. And I actually got to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to be right back. Don't do anything that would get the fire department called, okay? I do not want to see the fire department here when I get back. No fire departments. Got it? You got it? Comment fire department in the chat if you understand what I mean with no fire department. I don't see any comments that say fire department. Does that mean the fire department showed up? The fire department better not have showed up. All right, so what I'm about to do is I'm going to hop off until 7:45, and then we'll hop back on, okay?